What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and since I already know some people are going to make some comments about it, my hands are dirty. It is what it is. I've already tried washing them twice. It's called work. Anyways, once again, I'll remind you guys, tomorrow I'll be putting out the instructions on how to get that $75 gift card for Blacksmith Tactical, and we will do it on Saturday. I'll announce a winner. Anyways, today we're going to go over my 3 top firearms for someone new to concealed carry. And we are going to start with my favorite firearm to date, the Glock 26. I think this is the perfect carry firearm for someone just getting into concealed carry. It's at the point where it's not too big for carrying. It still has a good amount of capacity. It has a great defensive caliber, 9mm. And on top of that, you have many options when it comes to aftermarket support, as well as magazine options. As I've mentioned in many other videos, you can go from 10-round magazine all the way to the 33-round mag. And Glock mags all tend to be reliable, even, as you get into the higher round count. Anyways, I think this is a great firearm because the recoil is very low, and this will allow someone to get their skills up while still being able to conceal it and still be able to have the capacity they need to defend themselves. So this is my go-to even for someone who's an experienced carry. Someone who already carries every single day, I would still say the Glock 26, but if you're just getting in the market for carrying, the Glock 26 is undeniably the best. Next up, I would say my second favorite Glock to date, the Glock 43X. Now, what I like about this firearm the most is the ergonomics. I think it is the best feeling Glock. On top of that, you do have still a good amount of capacity, and it's going to be 9mm. So right now I have the Shield Arms mag, so you would have to buy these magazines and this mag catch right here and install this. I have YouTube videos on how to do it. There's many out there, so you could always look to do that. And also, you want to change your sights on Glocks to some good night sights. But other than that, the way the firearm feels in the hand is just natural. It feels good. Feels like an extension of your hand. You're still getting capacity with the OEM mags. It's going to be 10 rounds. With the Shield Arms mags, it's going to be 15. So plenty to defend yourself in situations. Remember, always have a backup mag. But yeah, it's a great firearm, 100% reliable, as is the Glock 26. Now, the third one might surprise some people, but it's because they've never shot it. If anyone here has shot the Mossberg MC2SC, they would realize how great this firearm is. Now, I will say I've had 2 light primer strikes. I contacted Mossberg about it, and they are sending out a new striker. It definitely could have been my fault. I'm pretty sure it's my fault. While I was cleaning my other firearms, I decided to take this down and clean it. And the takedown for this, you have to take the striker out. Instead of taking it down like a regular firearm and getting the slide off, you take the striker out prior to taking down the firearm itself. So I had oil on my hands, touched the striker. Any oil or cleaning products on a striker is going to cause light primer strikes. It also could have been the ammo. I was using cheap ammo both times. But the way this firearm feels in the hand is great. You get a full grip with the 14+1 round mag, once again 9mm. Or if you really needed concealability that the 43X doesn't offer because of that longer grip, this is what Glock should have done while making the 43X. They should have been able to give you a smaller magazine for easier concealability, and that is going to be 11+1. So even with the Glock OEM mags being 10 rounds, 10+1, the Mossberg MC2SC has 11+1. And look at the difference. Right here, this is 15 though because of the Shield Arm. But Mossberg just made a great firearm, and it has a 3.3-inch barrel similar to the Glock 43X, which also helps with accuracy and stuff like that. I think this is a perfect size firearm. For first shooters. It has a great trigger, and on top of that, the ergonomics are the best you can get. I think it feels better than the 43X, and that's saying a lot. The ergonomics are top notch. Also, you can get a cheap red dot or a good red dot if you want. I just got the ADE. It was $100, and it works great. Also, the trigger on this thing is an awesome defensive trigger, and this is a smooth shooter for any person getting into concealed carry. Also, it sits at about $420, so it will be cheaper than the 43X and the 26. Now, I'm going to give you one more option, just because I wouldn't recommend a Micro 9 in most cases to people for their first firearm. But if they were to get one, just because if they're not used to the snappiness and stuff like that, but if I were to recommend one, it would be the Smith Wesson CSX. And there's a reason for it. This thing has some weight to it. It has an aluminum frame, and this thing just handles recoil so much better than the other small firearms around it. This thing really handles recoil, and also you can get a great grip on it with the 12-round mag. So this is going to be 9mm, 12+1, and it has the other back strap. So with this back strap right here, my hand feels great on this firearm. You get a good purchase. It has a nice, you know, beaver tail right there for your hand to go right underneath. And this thing is smooth and 100% reliable. So the CSX is definitely one I would mention if they were looking to get a double stack Micro 9. Like I said, I normally wouldn't recommend it, but in this case, I definitely would. So those are 4 options for you. Thanks for watching.